In ancient times, only the sun and moon, a few stars, and the most easily visible planets had names. Over the last few hundred years, the number of identified astronomical objects has risen from hundreds to over 1 billion, and more are discovered every year. Only a few thousand stars are bright enough to be visible to the naked eye, representing the stars available to be named by ancient cultures. The earliest naming system was the Bayer designation, which uses the name of the parent constellations to identify the stars within them, is still popular. Named after the German lawyer and astronomer Johann Bayer, introduced in the star atlas Unranometria, 1603. According to AI, there is no direct connection to the Bayer AG company, founded over 200 years later, one of the largest pharmaceutical and biotech companies in the world, that came to market products like aspirin, heroin, and Alka-Seltzer.
Plop, plop, fizz, fizz, oh, what a relief it is.
And in 2018, acquiring biotech company Monsanto. The International Astronomical Union, IAU, is a non-governmental organization, NGO, independent of government involvement, founded in 1919, Brussels, Belgium, now based in Paris, France. The only internationally recognized authority for assigning astronomical designations to celestial objects. The IAU does not recognize the commercial practice of selling fictitious star names by commercial star naming companies, like the International Star Registry, ISR, founded 1979 for the purpose of giving the general public the ability to unofficially name a star, and since has become popular with celebrities and politicians. Actor Kirk Douglas had a star named after him for his 99th birthday in 2015. There are about 300 stars with historical proper names. Examples are Betelgeuse, Rigel, and Vega. Most such names are derived from the Arabic language. There are about 24 stars named after people. Barnard Star and Kapteyn Star are examples in honor of astronomers. In 2016, the IAU approved the name Cor Caroli, Latin for Heart of Charles, in honor of King Charles I of England, the former King of England, Scotland, and Ireland from 1625 until his execution in 1649. Born into the House of Stuart, originally spelt Stewart, derived from the office name High Steward of Scotland. The first monarch of the Stuart line was Robert II, grandson of Robert the Bruce. He and his descendants were monarchs of Scotland from 1371 and of England, Ireland, and Great Britain from 1603, the crown passing to the German House of Hanover on the death of Queen Anne, 1714. The ancestral origins of the Stewart family are obscure. Jimmy Stewart, born 1908, height 6 foot 3 inches, 191 centimeters. Wernher von Braun, born 1912, 6 foot 0 inches, 183 centimeters. A difference of about 3 inches, 8 centimeters, and 4 years. 1945, Von Braun moved to the U.S. as part of Operation Paperclip. He and his rocket team, first stationed at Fort Bliss in El Paso, Texas, conducted rocket tests at White Sands Proving Ground, New Mexico. Stewart remained in the U.S. Air Force Reserve and would have been in the same national defense ecosystem as Von Braun. 1950, Von Braun moved to Huntsville, Alabama, where he led development of the Saturn V rocket. 1959, Stuart promoted to Brigadier General, United States Air Force Reserve. During the early space program, Von Braun became a major spokesman for NASA. Stuart often participated in military aviation ceremonies and aerospace events. These events frequently occurred around Washington, D.C., major NASA centers, Air Force functions. They had similar builds and facial structure, and some historians have pointed out that Von Braun could plausibly pass as a Jimmy Stewart type figure on camera in the 1950s. Stewart in the 1946 American classic Christmas film, It's a Wonderful Life. The film stars Stewart as George Bailey, a man who's given up his own dreams to help others. When he intends to commit suicide on Christmas Eve, his guardian angel, Clarence Oddbody, steps in and shows George what the world would be like as if he never existed. On the right, Von Braun in a 1968 interview about the NASA Apollo space program to land man on the moon.
There's undoubtedly a prestige element involved in being the first on the moon.
They had to wait and save their money before they even thought of a decent home. Wait for what? Just remember this, Mr. Potter, that this rabble you're talking about, they do most of the working and paying and living and dying in this community. Well, is it too much to have them work and pay and live and die in a couple of decent rooms and a bath? Anyway, my father didn't think so.
Have been mounted.
People were human beings to him, but to you, a warped, frustrated old man, they're cattle.
Had it not been for
well, in my book, he died a much richer man than you'll ever be. I know very well what you're talking about. You're talking about something you can't get your fingers on, and it's galling you. That's what you're talking about.
You cannot have the hard-hitting program.
Venezuela oil fields. Wanted man with construction experience. Here's the Yukon.
Like, let's land the moon. Let's land a man on the moon in this decade.
Find a girl
If you see it, just let's go out into space and see whether we find it interesting.
You remember that old tool and machinery works? Will you tell your father you can get that for a song? And I don't want to get married ever to anyone. You understand that? Mary?
You also don't get
Listen, dear, I'm sorry.
support for this kind of thing.
Come home. What home?
So
you know, this is me. You remember me, George Bailey? I don't need 24 hours. I don't have to talk to anybody. I know right now. And the answer's no, no. This is a story.
I like to see it as follows.
You mean
before you can
George Bailey, I'm Susan's father.
Program, you have to
Say, what kind of a teacher are you anyway? What do you mean sending her home like that, half naked? You realize she'll probably end up with pneumonia on account of you? Okay, that's fine, Mr. Wells. Give me a chance to tell you what I really think of your wife. Will you get out and let me handle this? Janie, go on. I told you to practice. Now, go on, play.
Population is growing. That gross national product must be larger every year, or you really have a declining economy. So I think the first and foremost
not a smidge of... That's right.
Retain a viable industry,
that's right.
A viable economy. Because only through a viable economy can enough access people be used to finance social.
Gloria Stewart, born Gloria Rankin Hatrick. At her wedding to Jimmy Stewart, 1949. Gloria and Jimmy and their twin daughters 1954, and Gloria's 2 sons from a previous marriage to Edward McLean Jr., son of an heiress to the Washington Post, an American daily newspaper published in Washington, D.C. Maria von Braun, wife of Wernher von Braun, and also his first cousin, married in 1947 when he was 35 and she was 18. Note similarity between the wives, Gloria and Maria. In the city, Los Angeles, California, X marks the spot. At the intersection of Hollywood and Vine, the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Embedded in the sidewalks, more than 2,800 five-pointed stars made of terrazzo and brass, bearing the names of a mix of actors, filmmakers, musicians, inventors, businessmen, fictional characters, and more. Monuments to the achievement in the entertainment industry. Recognizing the television broadcast of the moon landing, 4 circular Apollo 11 plaques, 1 on each corner, and above the one on the northeast corner. My God, man. Apollo space program architect, Nazi V-2 rocket scientist, and Disney film collaborator, Wernher von Braun, was played by Hollywood actor Jimmy Stewart.